Two affidavits, two qualifications. Well, only Smriti Irani can explain this discrepancy. There are glaring discrepancies in the affidavits filed with the Election Commission by Irani in 2004 and then 2014 as far as the declaration of her educational qualifications are concerned. Deputy Editor Brijesh Pandey is now joining us with more details. Brijesh, take us through the discrepancies that the two affidavits have and how embarrassing is it for the BJP right now?
Well, the first, she said that she is appealing for the BCom, and in the second affidavit, she said that she is applying for the BA Part 1. And nobody in the BJP is willing to talk about the discrepancy right now. But the controversy which was triggered by a tweet from Ajay Makan has certainly left even his own partymen a bit embarrassed, because, you know, the degree of any individual, appointing a minister is the sole prerogative of the Prime Minister, and degree is definitely not one of the biggest concerns. How relevant you are, how comfortable the Prime Minister shares your equation with that particular minister is also one of the biggest reason for the appointment of that individual. And given the fact that the degree of Rahul Gandhi himself, his Harvard degree and what kind of degree he got from abroad, and the degree of Sonia Gandhi is also something which is in grey area, and this accusation of, you know, appointing a minister who's just only been a class 12 pass can also have a serious rebuttal from the BJP, who has also started. Uma Bharti and a couple of other leaders have also started asking for the degree and qualification of Sonia Gandhi. So definitely this is one attack by the Congress which will definitely not do them good, given the fact that the BJP has won a very decisive mandate. Maha?
But all of yesterday, the Congress didn't let go of that issue, with Ajay Makan constantly tweeting. Let me go across to Ashar Ahmad Khan to get us more about what the Congress thinks as to how they'll take this case forward. Ashar, you know, the Congress has been targeting Smriti Irani. Some call it a cheap tactic at this point in time, but is it going to continue targeting her?
Well, at the moment, we've seen that there are serious differences within the Congress party as far as attacking Smriti Irani on her educational qualifications are concerned. In fact, when we spoke to the former Information Broadcasting Minister Manish Tiwari, who also happens to be a neighbor of Smriti Irani, the current HRD Minister, well, Mr. Tiwari categorically said, you know, there is a distinction between literacy, education and your qualifications. So clearly, there is a sizable section within the Congress which feels that they ought not to have attacked her on the degree. But now, as far as Smriti Irani is concerned, now the Congress is looking at her two affidavits which she had filed with the Election Commission in 2004 and 2014. Now the one in 2004 categorically stated that she is in, her degree is BCom of 1996, BCom Part 1 by School of Correspondence. The 2014 affidavit says that it is BA Part 1 of 96. So clearly there is some discrepancy which the Congress feels as far as her affidavit to the Election Commission is concerned. Now this is something on which the Congress party at the moment will be focusing on, rather than on her specific educational degree. What they are saying is that there are discrepancies in the affidavit which Smriti Irani had filed with the Election Commission.
Brijesh, coming back to you, is the BJP going to come out with any sort of clarification on this discrepancy at least?
Well, definitely they will have to, because if there are discrepancies in the two affidavit, Congress will definitely not let go of this moment to embarrass the Bharatiya Janata Party, and they will definitely come out, I think, another couple of hours more to give an explanation on this matter. But they feel that if the Congress continues to attack Smriti Irani on her educational qualification, it will be a situation which has the potential of boomeranging badly on the Congress party, because given the state of the state number of ministers, the number of member of parliaments which the Congress has in the Lok Sabha, I mean, it does them any kind of good to target Smriti Irani on her educational qualification. Maha?
Also, Ashar, coming to you now, there is also the point that the BJP perhaps is raising about Sonia Gandhi's qualifications herself. Now, is the Congress worried that this issue could snowball into a bigger one and it could boomerang, as Brijesh was putting it there?
Well, they are not worried about as far as qualifications of Rahul Gandhi are concerned or Sonia Gandhi are concerned, because both of them were never cabinet ministers or anything in the government in the last 10 years or since the Congress has been around.
That's
Since
right.
Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi have been around. A. B. As far as attacks on Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi are concerned, the Congress will hit back very hard, because that is something that it is very difficult for them to tolerate. But yes, they have made a slight tactical change now, which is evident in
Okay.
their speech, which is that they
Right.
are acting on the discrepancies rather than on the qualification.
Ashar, do stay on with us. We are getting on the phone line BJP leader Shaina NC joining us for more from Mumbai. Shaina, I want to know whether the BJP wants to come out with any sort of clarification as far as this controversy over Smriti Irani's qualifications are concerned. In 2004, her affidavit read BCom Part 1, 1994 pass out. And the 2014 affidavit to Election Commission says BA Part 1, 1996.
I don't think there's any controversy, Maha. This is a question of whether you want to have redundant arguments over degree, or you want to have somebody who delivers. As a member of parliament, Smriti Irani has not just been a phenomenal performer. I think she's done fabulously in the organization, whether it's her capability as Mahila Morcha, moving on to the Rajya Sabha, fighting Amethi, and now in a ministerial post. I'm sure she will be one of the most proactive ministers who not just takes decisions, but shows that management, coupled with the knowledge of the bureaucracy and the kind of inputs that one wants from the technocrats and bureaucrats, is implemented through her sheer grasping power and her capability to perform as a leader.
Shaina, at this point, even the Congress is not really questioning very openly her qualifications after they felt that there were different voices within their own party emerging about it. But this discrepancy that has come to light over the affidavits that were filed by Smriti Irani to the Election Commission, do you think Smriti Irani perhaps owes an explanation, and the BJP also perhaps needs to explain that?
No, I'm sure that if there is an explanation that needs to be given vis-a-vis the qualifications, Smriti Irani will clearly give it herself. This is not something that is an area of concern or an area of any kind of argument vis-a-vis us. But the argument that we clearly want to bring up is that performance is what is paramount, and in this government we're looking to form a government that is not just stable but is proactive, delivers and shows the political will that we have seen an absence of in the past 10 years. It is not just about who has qualified what or who has how many degrees or dual degrees. It is about your delivery as a leader,
Okay.
and keeping the confidence of the people of this country who have given you this mandate and our leadership this mandate.
All right, so performance over qualification, that's what the BJP says. Smriti Irani there, her discrepancies in the affidavits being defended by Shaina NC. Shaina, many thanks for joining us here on Headlines today. All right, Congress leader Rita Bahuguna Joshi is also now joining us on the phone line. Rita, do you think the controversy that has been raked up by Congress's Ajay Makan is unnecessary, because there are many within the Congress itself who feel that it's performance that really matters, not qualifications?
If there is a discrepancy in the claims that she had made in different affidavits, she should come out frankly what her educational qualifications are. I do see her as a very vocal, as a very articulate person. But when you are dealing with 700 universities in the country, and you're dealing with IIMs and IITs, and you're dealing with 45,000 professional colleges and lakhs of schools and at the primary and the secondary level, I'm sure the country does require a lot of experience and expertise in governance. It's not necessary to be very highly educated. But then what is your grounding? How have you come up? Through which channels? The question here is, until now what the people have seen is a political articulation on political subjects. But I don't think anybody has seen her articulating on issues of governance, on issues of education, of finance or other things. You can make anyway the prerogative of the government. If Mr. Modi thinks he can take, conduct education, because you see, education is the hallmark of India's development, and we do have a very high position as far as education is concerned in the world comity. Now, if the CM Prime Minister feels that she can deliver, it's his choice. But the people, I think, by and large, would want to know what are the channels through which this merit has been recognized.
All right.
So
All right.
On political issues, anybody can speak.
All right. So clearly the Congress, though not going out on the offensive at this point in time over her particular qualifications, but definitely looking at an explanation on those affidavits that showed discrepancies, rather, the one that was filed in 2004 and then in 2014. Rita Bhuguna Joshi, many thanks for speaking with Headlines today. In fact, what we now have are some of the reactions that have poured in over Twitter to what this whole controversy is all about, with Chetan Bhagat saying, I know a PhD who remained silent when the country was robbed, when he could have done so much. Education and capability are different things. Now, Pallam Raju says that Smriti is lucky in the fact that the HRD ministry has a set of dedicated and hardworking officers who would be a great asset to her. Omar Abdullah, meanwhile, says to say that someone needs to be educated to be the HRD minister is like saying one needs to be a pilot to be part of civil aviation, or a miner to be a coal minister.